Hello and welcome to the 18 WJTS News for Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Thank you so much for choosing us for your local news coverage this evening. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam reporting. Jasper police responded to a vehicle collision with injury yesterday afternoon at the intersection of 12th Street and Jackson Street. The intersection was closed for approximately 1 hour while crews worked to clear the scene. The Dubois County Commissioners and the Dubois County Fire Chiefs have lifted the Dubois County-wide burn ban effective as of yesterday, September 24th. Officials remind the public that the only thing legal to burn in the state of Indiana is clean wood products, and all other waste should be recycled. In addition, it is advised to take all precautions necessary to prevent out-of-control fires, and always contact the Dubois County Communications Center to notify them if you planned a controlled burn for brush or other outdoor vegetation on your property. The Indiana Arts Commission announced it has awarded $2,438,998 to 345 nonprofit and public entities to fund arts projects and organizations around the state through the fiscal year 2026 Arts Organization Support and fiscal year 2026 Spring Arts Project Support Grant programs. Arts Organization Support Grants provide annual operating support for the ongoing artistic and administrative functions of eligible arts organizations. Arts Project Support Grants provide funding for Indiana nonprofit organizations and public entities for a specific arts project or arts activities. In the local counties, the Arts Organization Support Grant recipients received a total of $38,546, and the Arts Project Support Spring Cycle Grant recipients received $41,311 total. Arts Organization Support Grants operate on a 2-year cycle, with applications next opening for fiscal year 2028. Arts Project Support Grants are offered twice per fiscal year. Applications for the fall cycle of the program are currently open and will be accepted through September 30th at 11:59 p.m. To read the full list of local arts organization supports and Art Project Support Grant recipients, you can visit our website over on WJTS.tv. At the quarterly board meeting of the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, Governor Mike Braun highlighted the successes of his administration's new approach to economic development. Governor Braun highlighted that year over year, the average wage of jobs incentivized by the IEDC to come to Indiana has increased from $37 to $41, a 10% increase over $8,000 annually per job. In addition, since Governor Braun took office, the average cost per incentivized job decreased from $55,000 per job to $16,000 per job. The IEDC board also voted to release the results of the IEDC forensic audit following legal review. Governor Braun spoke briefly about the audit, noting that it confirmed the need for increased transparency and accountability for how taxpayer money is spent. Those concerns are being addressed with steps such as a new board policy that requires all votes to be taken by the full board instead of its committees, a new policy that ensures investment activity stays in Indiana, and a plan to wind down the Indiana Economic Development Foundation. Future iterations of contracts with partners such as Elevate Ventures and ARI will reflect these new policies and oversight controls to ensure full transparency and maximum value for taxpayer dollars. Additionally, the governor's office will receive an appointment on the Elevate Ventures board. The District 18 Indiana Volunteer Firefighters Association is set to host the Miss Flame pageant at the Tim Clark Cultural Center in Jasper on October 12th. The district's parade will follow the pageant at 1 p.m. Eastern, beginning and ending at the Tim Clark Cultural Center. The parade route can be found on our website. The Miss Flame Queen crowning ceremony will occur at the Tim Clark Cultural Center immediately following the parade. In this week's State House Spotlight, State Senator Daryl Schmidt addresses the issue of political violence in the U.S. Here's Senator Schmidt with more.
When our soldiers are on the battlefield, the politics of the person next to them doesn't matter. They have a job to do, which is protecting their fellow soldiers at all costs, regardless of race, religion, or political party. As your state senator and in my daily life, I work hard to live by this same idea. Nearly a quarter of a century ago, our nation was attacked by terrorists that took the lives of nearly 3,000 innocent men, women, and children. In the immediate aftermath of the attacks, our nation seemed more united than ever as we honored the victims of that fateful day and worked to rebuild. We stood united as Americans. Today, many in our country seem to have forgotten that there is more that unites us than divides us. In recent years, we have seen too many politically motivated attacks throughout the country against people across the political spectrum. On September 10th, conservative political activist Charlie Kirk was murdered during an event at a college in Utah. In June, former Minnesota Speaker of the House of Representatives, Melissa Hortman, a Democrat, and her husband were killed in their home. We've also witnessed school shootings at Evergreen High School in Colorado and Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis. In times like this, I'm reminded of the close friendship of late Supreme Court Justices Anton Scalia and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. While these two justices often ended up on opposite sides of the Supreme Court opinions, they maintained a close bond throughout their lives on their common interests like opera music and their families. The two often had fierce debates about important topics, but they left those debates in the courtroom. As Americans, we can and should honor our moral compass while allowing debate about our differences of opinion like Justices Scalia and Ginsburg. In the coming weeks and months, I hope that we can all reflect on the state of debate in our nation and do our part to welcome civic and substantive debate in whatever circles of influence we may operate in.
Senator Schmidt encourages anyone with questions or concerns to reach out by email at s48@iga.in.gov or by calling 1-800-382-9467. The Astor Theater will be welcoming Lucas Bone for a night of stand-up stories and satire straight from the Teacher's Lounge on Saturday, October 18th. Prepare for an evening of education and classroom-related humor. Tickets are now on sale, and you can find the direct link to purchase those tickets on our website. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. with the comedy kicking off at 8 p.m. Eastern. Former Teacher of the Year Lucas Bone is energetic with an edge, the perfect blend of schoolboy charm and bad boy charisma. His comedy is both smart and audacious. Known as the little guy who generates big laughs, Lucas has shared the stage with Dave Chappelle, Jimmy Fallon, and Pablo Francisco. Lucas's high-energy shows and hilarious impersonations make him an instant hit. With a supersized stage presence and the swagger of guys twice his size, Lucas is a comedic force to be reckoned with. Bone's comedy is a symphony of wit and charm, a testament to his unparalleled talent. His jokes are razor sharp, his impressions flawless, and his timing's impeccable. Whether sharing hilarious anecdotes or embodying famous personalities, Lucas captivates every audience member. Having graced stages alongside comedy legends, he brings a touch of comedy genius to every show. And that is your Thursday news right here on 18 WJTS. Next up is your weekend weather forecast.